What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to Ben Travels TV. And coming up next, we continue our tour of Ybor City, the historic district in Tampa, Florida, as we head to the Cuban Club, 7th Avenue, to the Columbia restaurant, open since 1905, Centro Ybor. We're going to jump into the cigar history. We're also going to get on the trolley. You guys got to stay tuned. All right, you guys, welcome back to my channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell so you get notified every time we drop a new video. We are in the beautiful city of Tampa, Florida, and we are in a neighborhood called Ybor City, which is a historical district and a national landmark. Now let's continue our tour. Previously on Ben Travels TV, our first stop was to La Segunda Central Bakery for some good pastries and coffee. Our second stop was to the J.C. Newman Cigar Factory, at one point Cigar City's largest cigar factory in the world. Our third stop was to the Chamber of Commerce, the Ybor City Museum Visitor Information Center and Gift Shop. Our fourth stop was to the Ybor City Museum and State Park and Centennial Park, Ybor City. If you guys want to watch these videos and get more history and more insight into what Ybor City was like in the late 1800s all the way through the mid 1900s, watch those videos. Now let's continue our tour. So this is how you pay, guys. Pay for parking in Ybor. This is how you pay by plate in this huge parking lot over here. All right, and it's really cheap. All right, we are on foot in Ybor City, and that building you see to the left, the white one, is Casa Pedroso. We are in Casa Ybor, and there is lots of new development as they are putting new construction and redeveloping this west side of Ybor and South Ybor, and they're going to connect it to Water Street in the Channel District. You guys, this area is going to explode in the future. I'll shoot that video and put it on my new channel pretty soon. But all right, we are in Parque Amigos de Jose Marti. If you guys have seen my previous video, this park is in Florida, right here in Tampa, in Ybor City. It's about as close as you can get to Cuba without leaving the U.S. When you cross through the archway to enter Parque Amigos de Jose Marti, you're crossing into Cuban property. This small bit of American land was donated to the Estado Cubano Republic of Cuba in 1956, 3 years before the Communist Revolution. The Batista administration officially accepted the property, and the American consul in Havana certified the transaction. Predictably, the Communist Revolution and the rise of Fidel Castro complicated the situation. Nevertheless, despite high political tensions, the land remains property of the Republic Cuba. The land title to the park is owned by the Cuban government, and the park contains soil from each of Cuba's provinces. You'll also find a memorial statues to two heroes of the Cuban independence, the park's namesake, Jose Julian Martin Perez and Jose Antonio de la Caridad Maceo y Grajales. All right, so Antonio Maceo, which you guys saw in my video before, the Cuban general, and also Paulina Pedroso, the coin you see at the top of Isla de Cuba, that's Paulina Pedroso. And this very park is Paulina Pedroso's old boarding house where Jose Marti used to live. All right. So early on in the city of Tampa decided to maintain the park, but leave management of the park into the hands of the Tampa Cuban American community. In the early 1960s, this area was a hub for clashes between pro-Castro and anti-Castro Cubans. In 1990, former Mayor Sandy Friedman entrusted the park management to an anti-Castro activist group called the Cuban Historical and Cultural Center, which still maintains the grounds. The park was donated to the communist island by Paulina Pedroso, a prominent female leader of the Cuban Revolution and close companion of Marti. It's located at the site of Pedroso's boarding house, which I mentioned earlier, where Marti stayed during his various visits to Tampa, and where Pedroso helped Marti recover from an assassination attempt in 1892. All right. You have to come here. You'll see the roosters walking around. You'll see the development all around Ybor City, all the new construction, all the new office space, retail, the affordable housing, sort of say. All right. And you see the old factory right across the street, which is now a Scientology center. All right. Now enjoy the rest of the video, guys. I'm going to walk around Ybor, and I'll check back with you guys in a little bit. All right, you guys, we are in Ybor Square, originally constructed in 1886 as the city's first cigar factory. The square comprises a complex of 3 buildings around a central courtyard. Then, as now, it represents the significant story of the growth of this city. It all began with Vicente Martinez Ybor, who fled a turbulent Cuba in the 1880s and settled in Tampa to pursue his vision of land where all people could flourish and prosper. By the dawn of the 20th century, he had built the largest cigar factory in the world. All right, so this is now the Church of Scientology in Ybor City here in Tampa, Florida. Look at these beautiful structures. Look at it all by brick, and look at those roads as well. All right, we are now at the iconic Cuban Club. As early as 1899, Cuban immigrants formed recreational societies with varying degrees of success. And in 1902, Cuban workers founded El Círculo Cubano, which means Circle of Cubans. It was a mutual aid society to bind all Cuban residents to Tampa into a fraternal group to offer assistance and help to the sick. The club provided a gathering place for members and served as a unifying force in the Cuban community. As you guys saw in my previous video, that the Afro-Cubanos, because of Jim Crow and segregation at those times, had to open up their own club called the Afro-Cubano Club, which is right around the corner on 7th Avenue. All right, you guys, let's learn more about Ybor City as we continue this tour. We're going to check out the Columbia restaurant later. We're going to go on a stroll, see all the cigar factories and the cigar lounges, and we're going to dig deep into the Italian, the German, the Spanish, the Cuban, and American history, all in a melting pot right here in Ybor City, Tampa, Florida.
In that big shopping mall.
right, as we continue down 7th Avenue, it is time to check out the Columbia Restaurant. All right, on December 17th, 1903, young Spanish-Cuban immigrant Casimiro Hernandez Sr. opened a tiny saloon on the corner of 22nd Street and Broadway, now 7th Avenue. The location was a prime spot for a bar and a saloon. Columbia quickly became a local watering hole for Cuban cigar workers in Tampa's Latin Quarter, Ybor City. In 1905, the Saloon Columbia officially became the Columbia Restaurant, a place Tampa cigar workers could rest and enjoy Spanish and Cuban recipes or snag a Cuban sandwich to eat on the job. Through the years, the restaurant grew to envelop the entire city block. Today, the 5th generation family, right, 5 generations, owns this landmark. It is Florida's oldest restaurant and the largest Spanish restaurant in the world. The original location boasts 15 dining rooms and 1,700 seats in this restaurant. It takes up the entire block, guys. All right, so this is the original location. They have another location, which is at the Tampa Bay History Center, which is right on the boardwalk. You guys can see that on my Tampa Bay. I'm sorry, not the boardwalk, the Riverwalk. You guys can see my Tampa Riverwalk video. They also have one at the Tampa International Airport. They have one in Celebration, Orlando. They have one at Sand Key, Clearwater. And they also have one in Sarasota and the historic district of St. Augustine. I passed by and walked through that one. If you guys watch my St. Augustine video on St. George's Street, you guys can check that one out as well. So check out my St. Augustine, Florida video where we walked right by and checked out the Columbia Restaurant there. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go into this restaurant. I'm going to go into the bar area. I want to have a mojito and I want to have a Cuban sandwich. I want to have a Cubano, Tampa style, right? They always say this is the originator of the Cubano. There's lots of history to back it up. As you guys can see, this restaurant is still standing since 1905. This is my second time here. Come on, guys, join me and let's go check it out. Thank you.
Yeah, there's
put in a green of a Stoli Stein, a vodka Stoli, and put my name underneath it.
All right, you guys, now I'm on my way to try the trolley and head over to the other side, which is the west side of Ybor, as I check out a cigar lounge where I'm going to relax and smoke some good cigars here, manufactured and made in Cigar City. But for a review of the Colombia restaurant, I would have to say that is not the best Cuban sandwich I've had. As you guys know, if you follow my channel, I'm not a fan of the Tampa Cuban. I'm more of a fan of the Miami Cuban. But you guys try it out yourself and give me your thoughts on the best Cuban sandwich in Tampa. This is the Ybor Art Studios. As you hear the roosters. All right, you guys, unfortunately, this video is coming to a close and our series is wrapping up of our tour and history of Ybor City, the historic district here in Tampa, Florida. This is Central Ybor. If you guys want to learn more about Central Ybor, they have a bar up at the top there. You see nothing but cigar lounges here on the west side of Ybor on 7th Avenue. And that's where we're headed on the next episode. So that's where we're going to wrap up and conclude. And then on my new channel, I'll give you guys an update on the development of Gasworks, Ybor City, the Ybor channel, and West and South Ybor. This area is booming and it's going to continue to grow. And I want to share more of that with you guys. Thank you so much for all the support and the love on the channel, the likes, the subscriptions, and all the comments. It is truly appreciated. I'll see you guys on the next video at the Cigar Lounge. I'm out.